Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Now, how do you show evidence that you have AI security skills? That is a question which I keep getting asked again and again on my YouTube channel. I mean, anybody can put AI on their CV, right? Anybody can put AI on their LinkedIn that I am an AI security professional or on the CV. But how do you show evidence to potential companies that you have the skills to secure AI and you have AI security knowledge? That is the topic of this video. The best way to do that is to do AI security projects which are suited to the type of job that you are looking for. So if you're interested in like having a career around AI security, stay tuned to this video. We're going to be showing you like the types of projects you can do to validate your skills. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tamuruj Lal. I am a senior security consultant with Amazon Web Services here in UK. I've been in cybersecurity for 20 years and I made this channel to talk about things like AI security, cloud security, and cybersecurity careers. So please do like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. Okay, so what am I talking about? Now, if you have been following this channel, I have been talking about this trend, which I feel is very, very important, especially if you want to have a long-term career in cybersecurity. I talked about how things are changing, right? I talked about initially why the cybersecurity job market will not exist in 5 years. It will be something completely different. Like your job even like might not exist. It might get changed or offloaded to AI. And then I talked about the types of roles that are disappearing, right? That will disappear first. The things which are low level, the things which are like help desk, IT support, they might get offloaded to AI. And then last week I talked about what are the new types of cybersecurity roles that are emerging, that the cybersecurity roles of the future. That's the one I wanted to talk about. Now we know that these are the new cybersecurity roles that are emerging in the AI era. Okay, what do we do now? How do we show our skills in this particular topic? So this is what I wanted to talk about, the AI security projects to build your profile. These are the ones which will validate that you have that knowledge. And if you're still not convinced, I mean, even I was just checking it out, like I think a few months back, the cybersecurity job market is still very, very strained. There is a massive amount of people in the industry. A lot of people have gotten laid off, and both the new people and the people who are transitioning, they're facing challenges, right? So you cannot afford to sit on this. The market is changing. The market is very, very tough right now. You need to make sure that you have a proper strategy when you're looking at jobs, right? And with the cybersecurity market being tough, the AI hiring is still very, very good, right? There's still a lot of companies are willing to pay top dollar for people who have those required level of skills, especially in AI. And that's what the whole point is, right? You can't just think of doing a certification and then that's it, right? You need to do hands-on validation of your skills. So what are we talking about here? AI security projects. If you're not convinced, well, why do AI security projects matter? Well, first of all, they prove that you can secure what's new, right? If you do something around Gen AI, agentic AI, anything like that, man, they will that will actually show that you have the skills. They're showing your applied skills, right? Certifications are great. If you do a new AI security certification from somewhere, honestly speaking, that will not carry as much weight. It will still carry weight. It will not carry as much weight as a hands-on project because it shows that you have critical thinking, hands-on ability, and real-world value, right? And they show that you have the proper expertise, and most importantly, they set you apart in a crowded market. Anybody can put AI on a resume. I'm seeing every second LinkedIn profile I see of a cybersecurity professional, they've added that AI thing there, right? So anybody can do that, but what will set you apart is building something. It'll show that you have initiative, and it'll show put credibility on your profile, and that you actually have understanding. You're not just some guy who just read those concepts, right? And that will get you noticed. So that's the whole point of showing you this. So what am I talking about? So let's take a look at each of those projects one by one. The first of all, I wanted to talk about AI threat modeling, a case study on AI threat modeling. If you are interested in like creating a career as an AI security analyst, or if you're an AppSec professional wanting to move to like AI security, if you're in threat intelligence, security architects, or any of this role, and you want to move into AI security, do a AI threat modeling, right? Analyze a Gen AI or a large language model as like a security architect would. map out the system and identify those possible threats, like prompt injection, data leakage, and then show that how you would mitigate them using something like the OS top 10, the MITRE Atlas framework, Stride. If you're not familiar with this, I'll try to put the links for these frameworks. Okay, and once you've done this, how do you show your work? Well, step by step, just use free tools, right? Create a visual threat model using something like draw.io. And once you've done this, write a step-by-step breakdown in a blog post or a LinkedIn article, because you want people to know you've done this, right? Add your work to a GitHub repo, like make it properly, with proper professional markdown documentation. Take help from ChatGPT if you don't know how to do this, and show, like, share a carousel post on LinkedIn showing your process. If you're familiar with those, those, the one you swipe, those sort of posts. So please, this is the easiest way to stand out. I want you to make this profile, like create a threat model, and then step by step document it, show it on your LinkedIn profile. Instead of reposting other people, or just like saying commenting great news and all that, what most people do, use LinkedIn properly. And if you're not familiar, you might be thinking, hey, I don't know what are the sort of attacks, and I've never done this before. No problem. If you're not familiar, if you've seen this, the MITRE Atlas framework, this is a great like knowledge base of the types of attacks that happen on AI systems. And these are like actual case studies. They will have actual case studies of attacks which have happened. Use it to create your threat model. Make a simple one. You don't have to make it overly complicated. You don't have to be like a genius. If you like make mistakes, it's completely okay. You're starting out from the point of a learner. So don't get afraid of doing this. Just start, and then you can build and iterate over it over time. Okay, that was the first one, which is the AI threat modeling case study, which I want you to do. The second one is the AI red teaming simulation. So if you are a red teamer or a penetration tester and you want to start your career in AI security, maybe an AppSec, or maybe you're a researcher, maybe you're a DevSec professional, you want to move into AI, right? This is one of the best ways of validating your skills. I want you to simulate attack on a large language model. There are many free, like free tier open source large language models. Just download any of them and then try to do prompt injection, data leak, model jailbreak. You can use any like local open source model, document the steps and how defenses can be built. And again, once you've done this, like create a GitHub repo with your test prompts and analysis. You can record a Loom video of the attack and your explanation. This is a great way of showing you have the ability to communicate uh, what you have done, right? You can write a Medium article like I do, hire prompt jailbroken an AI chatbot, add screenshot summary to your LinkedIn profile. This will really set you apart if you're interested in building a career. If you're thinking, hey, how, like, what sort of tools do I know? I don't have any tools, and I don't know where to buy them. You don't have to buy them. If you've been to the OWASP website, they have an excellent resource of open source tools for GenAI red teaming. They even show you, like, for each type of attack, what are the free types of tools that are available. This is the link that is there, open source tools for predictive AI red teaming. They have a complete knowledge base of all the free tools that are there for red teaming generative AI systems. I will put a link in the comment section below. Please do check that out. And I hope this helps you to get started at least. Okay, so that was the red teaming of AI systems. Okay, now if maybe you are a non-technical person, so you're not like interested in red teaming or threat modeling, then do an AI governance audit. Create an audit checklist or a template or a case study that companies can use to assess compliance with frameworks like ISO 42001, NIST AI framework, EOA Act. If you're in GRC, and if you've ever looked at these standards, you know how dry they are. They're very boring to read, very difficult to read. Make like a checklist which anybody can use. Cover things like data privacy, fairness, explainability. Maybe you can document it as part of a case study. So if you are in GRC, you're a manager, you're an AI policy specialist, compliance and audit roles, a risk and ethics role. This is the way you want to go. How to show your work? You can use a free tool like Notion or a Google Doc template. Share the link. You can turn it into a downloadable PDF. Then write a LinkedIn post or thread explaining each control. So it's not like you just copy pasted it or you downloaded it from ChatGPT. You're actually explaining what you've done. And then, very important, use a case study. Use a realistic case study to show practical application. If you watch my video on starting a career in GRC, I've always talked about how important case studies are, because anybody can just create a checklist or memorize a standard, right? A case study helps to show people that you actually know what you are talking about. Okay, so this was the third one, which is an AI governance audit. Okay, moving on. let's assume that okay, you're not interested in like a job, and I talked about this last time also, a cybersecurity solopreneur, people who want to start their own thing because they see the power of AI, and they see how easy it is now to create a one person company. You can create a SaaS application. You can use Gen AI tools and coding agents. If you've used Cursor or like Webplate Windsurf, you can quickly use it to launch a cybersecurity SaaS product. This is absolutely possible. I have myself have like seen people do this literally over the weekend. They have zero knowledge of coding. They have created a SaaS application. If you're familiar with the concept of vibe coding, which is that creating an application using like natural prompts with Gen AI. You don't have to build like the next chat GPT here. I'm not talking about that. Just like a minimum viable product. Just think about what are the problems that people are facing, and then you use it to make this like particular sort of uh, product. And this is great for people who want to start their own thing. They want to become an entrepreneur, or people are seeing the hype around AI and they want to productize it. Maybe you've been laid off, right? And while you're looking for a job, you're thinking about, why don't I make my own thing, right? Like solopreneurship has become very, very interesting, like very, very popular nowadays, with people starting their own things. Or maybe you want to start your own company and to validate your startup. use your you can use something like Cursor, build an MVP, create a public landing page with like many free tools like Card, post a public series on LinkedIn, Twitter, showing that how you're building this, and then share a case study. All of this will drive traffic to your product, right? Like I said, if you're thinking about how do I do that, there are many free tools. I've tested this out, Cursor. It's absolutely incredible, right? On their free tier, you can just use it to quickly make an MVP. And it's very easy, very intuitive to do. I'm going to create a whole course on vibe coding because I think that's a very important skill which a lot of people should look at. So if you're thinking about starting your own thing, right? You don't want to like have a 9 to 5 job. You want to be your own person. Take a look at this and like, don't overthink it. Don't think you have to spend like 1 year making the perfect product. Just do something minimum and then launch it out. And lastly, agentic AI, implementing guardrails. I've talked before about agentic AI, AI agents that will do the low level sort of work. They might take over things like L1 SOC. They might take over things like IT support. But the problem, of course, that is, what if somebody takes them over? What if somebody compromises them and starts to take them over? You look at things like implementing guardrails for autonomous AI agents, restricting their actions. Things like prompt filtering to stop prompt injection attacks, allow deny logic. This is great if you're an AI security professional or a DevSecOps people, AppSec. I've used tools like Crew AI. Those are free tier. I work in Amazon, Amazon Bedrock, that gives you the ability to configure guardrails. I have a complete workshop on this, how you can like create guardrails within Bedrock. You don't have to buy Bedrock or like spend something on a free tier. There are many free agentic AI things like also present. Like I think Crew AI, they give you a free tier agentic AI model. So start experimenting with it and then think about how you can implement guardrails on top of that. This is especially important as agentic AI becomes more and more important. So these were the 5 sorts of projects that I really wanted you to think about. I have tried to make it so that it like covers all the different roles that I talked about in the previous video. And most importantly, and this is very crucial, I really want to cover this. This is where people get stuck, right? How to get started. Okay, first of all, you don't need like a PhD or a perfect plan. You might be thinking, hey, I don't know anything about this. I've never worked with AI before. Just pick one project that like aligns with your long-term goals and start building. You will face problems, you will have issues, you will try to troubleshoot it. Don't worry about it. It does not have to be perfect. Use free tools, use public models. Okay, you don't have to invest money. Please do not waste money if you're starting out. Document your process as you go. Nobody will know what you did unless you share it. Don't be shy. Share these sort of things on LinkedIn. Start small. Okay, you don't have to do a massive like project. Threat model, a simple chatbot. Try prompt injection, a safe sandbox. Draft an AI governance checklist just as a casual project, right? Build a mini tool with Gen AI if you are like thinking about becoming a solopreneur that solves one security pain point, right? What matters most again is visible proof. You want people to know that you've done this, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. So choose a project, make it public, and then let the learning and opportunities come to you. I can guarantee you, once you share it, people will reach out to you and they will want to know how you did this, like how it happened, and like what are the sorts of learnings that you were able to do. So I hope this made you understand why these AI security projects will help you build your profile. If you want access to this Miro board, I will make it public and share it also so you can check it out. But I hope this was useful to you. I hope you got value. Please do like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.